Hey, what's going on, Aquarius? Butch Tarot here. I'm going to do your 2-week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. We are going to be using the Heaven and Earth Tarot. With that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Aquarius? What is going on for the Aquarius? What's going on for the Aquarius universe? Let's get 3 more shuffles for Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. So the first thing I see is there's someone around you, and I feel like with this person, this is someone that you already know. You know, this is not, it's not to say they're not new. It's just you've already met this person. Because I do feel like you have some sort of, connection with this person. I feel like this is someone that you have a good time with. I feel like you have some sort of friendship. I feel like there is some really strong, fiery energy with this person. I feel like there's a lot of sexual attraction. But I feel like there's something more going on here that we're not quite seeing. I don't feel like you quite see the depths of how this person feels about you yet. I feel like this person is a bit guarded when it comes to you. I feel like they do have themselves in that self-imposed prison. And the reason why I feel like they have a hard time, displaying their real intentions for you is because I feel like there is other people around you. You have other connections around you, and I feel like this person almost feels like maybe they're not what you're looking for, because I feel like even though they have this connection with you, I feel like as it moves on, as they get to know you, they start feeling more and more for you. We have new love. So I feel like this crush that they've been hiding from you has turned into something more. And they're not really quite sure what to do with that yet. And as well, I feel like they are a bit timid around you because of these other connections. I feel like they're not really, under the circumstances that you met this person, you weren't really giving off the vibe that you were looking for anybody, happy with the connections that you have now. And I feel like that's where they're at. And, that's where they find it hard. I feel like, they are looking at the negatives instead of the positives here, paying attention to those cups that are knocked over, but not seeing what's behind them, not seeing what's really going on here. I feel like there's a lot of internal struggle within this person, and this person deals with a lot of late nights and a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, because they want more from you, and they want to tell you that, but they're afraid you may not be in that place, in the same place that they're at. I just feel like because it started out in a different type of connection, when they felt more of a connection towards you, that's where they get confused. They don't know if you want more, or maybe you have something else going on. And it's almost like the reason why they're having trouble moving forward is because they're afraid if they do come forward, not only will they lose the connection that you already have with this person, but they may get an answer they don't want to hear. Sometimes people have feelings for have feelings for someone. They find it hard to communicate that with them, especially when they have other connections around them because they're not sure where they stand. And like I said, I feel like there was a lot of physical energy between the two of you. I feel like that's what started this connection. But the more they're around you, the more they see something more in you. They see something deeper, something that they really want to explore. But like I said, the problem with being friends with someone first is sometimes they can hold back their feelings because they're afraid that if they do display their feelings and you don't feel the same way, not only are they losing, not only are they getting rejected, but they're actually, it makes it awkward to be friends. So it's almost like they lose twice. I do feel like this really bothers them. Now I feel like this person finds it harder and harder not to think about you. The more they hold themselves back, the more they think about you. It's almost like that catch-22. They try not to think too much about it, and the only thing they can do is think too much about it. They also, I feel like a part of this as well is they still in the part where they want to get to know you. They don't want to move too fast with that Knight of Swords. We have that fast forwarding moving energy. They don't want to be too forward. They don't want to be too pushy. They don't want to push something on you and make you come up with some kind of decision based on their approach. I mean, they're doing a lot of work here, holding back their feelings. This is all on them because they're not communicating with you as of yet about how they truly feel. So it's not like both of us are working at the same thing. I mean, they're doing it all on their own. But like I said, these other connections that are around you, I feel like that worries them a bit. There is a little bit of jealousy going on, but I feel like it's more of a, it's not a negative energy. The misconception about jealousy is that it's completely a negative energy, which I honestly don't feel like that's true. I feel like a little bit of jealousy is okay. It's how you approach it. You don't want to be that jealous person that, wants to fight everybody that looks at you. But there's also that feeling of, that's more of a negative jealousy. But there is, I honestly believe, I mean, I may be the only one, but I honestly believe a little bit of jealousy is good. Just a little bit, a little bit, not too much. Too much is too much of a bad thing is not a good thing. But like I said, I feel like, and it's nice in a relationship as well when your partner is a little bit jealous. I mean, we all like when our partner gets a little jealous. I mean, let's not lie about it. Let's be real. I mean, like I said, you don't want your person to go try to fight everybody that looks at you, but it's almost like when you're in a group of people and your person shows up and they come over and they just kind of hold your hand, just to kind of let everybody know that you're together. It's, I think it's okay in a very small amount. But anyway, getting back to this, I feel like this person, I feel like they're very intelligent. I feel like a lot of the pull this person has towards you isn't that physical. I feel like the physical kind of brought you together. And the reason why the emotional connection is growing with this person is I feel like mentally, I feel like, you are on the same page. I feel like they see you as someone very intelligent. Attractive is one thing, but intelligent, I try to tell people attractiveness is nice. I mean, you got to be attracted to your person at some point. You know what I mean? And I mean it, but the thing is looks go. In 80 years, when you're 80 years old or you're 90 years old, you'll still have a connection with someone that you have an intellectual connection with. A physical connection. And it's not to say they won't still find you attractive. It's just at the end of the day, when we're not as attractive as we used to be, we depend on our connection being intellectual. We want someone that's on the same page as us. We want someone that we can grow old with and have that connection with them. That person that always is interesting to us. Someone that we can always talk to, someone we can always have that, those moments with that never seem to go away. Because at the end of the day, I feel like the biggest part of a connection is being on the same mental wavelength as that other person, someone that you can grow old with. It just reminds me of my grandparents. They used to like to sit down. They've passed on now. But I remember walking in and watching them, my grandfather on his lazy boy and my grandmother, sitting at the table, and they were both reading books. And, they were 10 feet from each other. And they felt connected, even though they didn't even have to talk to each other, and they, do crossword puzzles together. And I mean, they play cards, and it was just, that's where a true connection ends up. It's who you can stand being around with. You know what I mean? Like, if you're only physically connected to someone, if you're only physically attracted to someone, there comes a point when that's not enough anymore. But like I said, this is someone that, they get you on an emotional level. The physical started, and emotionally they're pulled into you because of the fact that they feel like intellectually you're on the same page. They feel like you trigger something inside their head, and I feel like they feel like you're someone they can talk to and have conversations with and share things with. Sometimes if we're with somebody that's not intelligent as we are, or intelligent in the same way as we are, we can get bored. If we don't have similar interests at some point. Not to say you have to have everything similar. You don't have to be interested in all the same things. But if you have no interests that are the same, or you can't find some similar interest, it can cause a problem. But like I said, this person is taking charge, and it will shock you how deeply this person feels for you. But I do feel like I said, they are going to take charge of that King of Wands or King of Swords, because they do feel that intellectual connection, and that's what's going to cause them to open up communication with you and let you know how they're feeling. And I do see that they will be making you an offer. And like I said, this is a well thought out plan. This is not something, it's based in a logical sense. But like I said, in the beginning, it did start off with a physical connection. And I feel like that's sometimes where we get kind of tripped up, is because we feel a physical connection with someone, but it's hard for us to, sometimes it's hard to transition from the physical connection that we have with someone and make it more of a emotional or intellectual connection. I feel like a lot of people have been in this situation where you've been physically attracted to someone, and then as you got to know them, it wasn't necessarily, in the beginning, it wasn't necessarily someone that you might have saw yourself with, because you really didn't know them yet. All you knew was their physical shell. But when you dig a little bit deeper and you start to realize who the person really is, I feel like that's when we start to build that emotional connection. And their emotional connection to you is built on the fact that you're on the same mental wavelength. I feel like you have the similar interest with this person. I feel like like I said, it is hard to transition from a physical connection, especially when the person has other people around them, which I feel like you do. And it's not that they feel like they're threatened by these other people. It's just they're not sure where you're at. But, you know, I feel like this will shock you that this person has these type of feelings for you, because I feel like you're not quite seeing it yet. So when it does come to light, it will catch you off guard. But like I said, I do see them making you an offer, and I do see them open that communication. With this person, we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Cancer, Pisces. We have some Scorpio as well with that death card. Or what? Death card. This deck throws me off so much. We have Scorpio as well. We have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I think I already said that, but I think I got a little thrown off by this death card. It was the five of cups that I was seeing, but in this deck, this card is it's very close to the only difference between this and the death card is the fact that the guy has a skeleton face. We all make mistakes. That's what I have for you. But like I said, at the end of the day, having a true connection with someone, it goes well beyond the physical connection. I mean, it's not to say you're not having a physical connection. It's not to say that it won't be good for a very long time. You know, there's very, frisky seniors out there. I'm just saying, when it all said and done, we don't want a connection that's just based on a bedroom connection. We want someone that we can share the living room and the kitchen with. You know what I mean? Be good. Take care. Stay safe.